Okay, you've recorded some footage with the Insta360 One R camera. Now, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do with it? Let's take a look. Here, let's launch the Insta360 Studio for 2020. And we'll add some files. Here in this folder location, I've downloaded some footage that we took on our trip down the Rogue River here in July of 2020. So I'm going to link the entire folder and allow it to import. And the thing about 360 footage is you can see everything up and down at the same time, and it just is not really very appealing. The Insta360 Studio gives you the option for free capture, which I'll click here. Here, I've clicked and dragged the mouse around so that the camera view appears to be down the river. As you can see with that small yellow dot, I have added a keyframe by simultaneously hitting the letter K and the control key. Insta360 Studio will automatically ease or animate the transitions from one view to the other. It's a very handy feature between keyframes. As an aside, I'll say that the Insta360 One R is waterproof, but it can be twitchy when wet. These animations will smoothly transition from one view to the next. Again, this easing is the animation or creation of a smooth transition from one keyframe view to the next. Here, I've put in a keyframe and I'm rotating the point of view from the same camera looking straight down. You'll note that I have the Insta360 One R on some poles and stuck way up in the air. Through some sort of wizardry, you're not able to actually see the pole in many of these edits. You'll note that a minute ago I clicked and dragged the keyframe over. I really can't say if this is going to be the future of editing with these action cameras, but it certainly does appear to me to be very effective. I'll note that the audio with the Insta360 One R is pretty good. Notice here I've added a keyframe and rotated the point of view, so I'm actually looking back at us as we go down the Rogue River. At this point, I've decided that the video segment is long enough, and I'm going to grab the trim head indicator at the far right and drag it over to the left, as you can see. And this will then generate the end of the video when I export it. Here we'll do a little scrub to test, and I'm going to bring in the left-hand side as well, shortening the whole feature. By the way, we did have a great trip, and we do recommend Row Adventures for rafting down the Rogue River in Oregon. The audio from the Insta360 One R is actually pretty good. In this case, I've gotten some wind noise, so when I'm creating this second video, I'm actually dropping the volume of that wind noise. I'm going to export it by hitting the little up arrow on the right there. It's going to give me a question as to what quality to export. I'm going to use the 1920 1080. Then I'll rename the file to something that I can understand and save it in a location of my choosing. If you do record in a 6K quality, which is an option, I've used the 4K in the original, you are able to export even higher than 1920 1080. The export process itself from the Insta360 One R, the Insta360 Studio is pretty quick. Here, I'll click on this and we'll get this exported. I hope you found this short tutorial useful, and I hope you go out and use your Insta360 One R to create some wonderful footage. Bye for now.